What's up, folks? What's going on? This is CEO of MFR Seasons and Sauces. And if you're not doing nothing on Sundays at 6 p.m., you gotta check out the Man Cave. I approve this message. I'm on my way. Check them out every Sunday, 6 p.m. The Man Cave. Yeah.
Welcome to another edition of the Man Cave, where we give our opinion on just about everything. Coming to you today with another banger, a follow-up show on our election edition show. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna talk about this debate: who won, who lost Trump. But before I do that, we're gonna get into who's here. First, we want to talk. We want to welcome two brothers that made it to the show the last time, had a lot of input, and I want to welcome them back to the show. First, we want to introduce my level-headed friend, my brother who always got something to say that's worth listening to. Please welcome brother Joe to the show.
Yeah, always.
Always good to have you, Joe. Always good to have you, Joe. Next is one of my friends, who's a Republican, and makes no bones about it. I mean, you know, he sticks with the Republicans to the end. Please welcome Danny to the show. Welcome, Danny.
Yeah, hey. All right.
All right. Usual cast of characters coming through the door. We want to send big ups to Damon. Damon got some family things he got to do. He coming back soon. We want to talk. We want to introduce the brother who I call the judge, because when he say something, everybody got to listen. Welcome to back to the show, brother Kelly. Kelly, welcome back to the show.
Hey. All right, Kelly.
And the brother in the woodshed, the prosecuting attorney, he don't care what you think about what he say, he gonna say it anyway. Welcome back, brother Art, to the show.
Thank God. All right.
All right, guys, we're gonna get right into it. We're gonna get right into this thing. We just had a debate last Tuesday, right? Between Democrat nominee and Vice President Kamala Harris and Republican nominee Donald Trump. And we have differences of opinion about who won the debate. Now, let's do a little quick round robin, and we ain't gonna make this long, but I want to get everybody's small opinion, like 30 seconds, about who you think won and why. All right, Joe, what you got?
Hey, she won on the ladies' rights. You know what I'm saying? The women's rights with the abortion and everything. Yeah, she won. With women's bleeding out and everything. Yeah, she won. Hands down.
All right. Danny, who won and why?
I think Donald Trump won by a very short margin, but he definitely won with the women's rights. Definitely. As a matter of fact, he won with all political issues. She didn't win not one political issue. She won a lot with just pretty much running her mouth.
Wow, really?
Yeah, I think she did a great service for the feminist movement.
Really?
My opinion. Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna come back to you on that one because I got questions about that. Brother Kelly, did you watch it and who won?
Let me. Oh Jesus! I think I watched 10 to 15 minutes of it. and did just what I just did. I don't
Really? So what makes you throw your hands?
Huh?
What made you throw your hands?
Fuck this shit. I gotta go to bed. That's what that was. I don't want to hear either one of them.
Really? So you
him and all of this. You know what? Just let it be what it's gonna be. Let it be what it.
Hey,
okay.
So are you for Kamala or are you not?
Bring me somebody that can tell me something that has never been said in a presidential debate.
But they're talking about things that are pertinent. They're relative. They're talking about what's going on now.
That's true.
Yeah. Okay. Let me get Art. Art,
Yeah,
did you watch it? Did you watch it? Who won and why you think so?
Yeah, I watched it. And I'm gonna tell you this right now. The debate is inconclusive because what needed to be discussed was not discussed. It was all this other sideways fluff, everybody grandstanding, trying to look like something, and nobody dealt with the nuts and bolts of any damn thing. So I would say it was a big waste of fucking time.
Oh, so you don't have a winner?
Ain't no winner. I mean, ain't ever gonna be no true winner.
There's always. I'm sorry. I interrupt you. Go ahead.
It's never really gonna be no true winner because, we got to deal with the electoral college when it really come down to it. So if it's about perceptions and people's feelings about how they felt about how it went, I mean, maybe in that sense, but when it come down to the nuts and bolts, nobody won any damn thing.
Okay, well, that's where I disagree with you. And here's my take on it, because in any debate, there's always a winner. And the winner is the one who can prove what they're saying the most and makes the most concise points and not just throw out opinions and not get into their feelings, which Donald Trump did. Got into his feelings a lot. And he just was throwing out a lot of stuff, hoping it would stick. Now, some of the stuff, and even if he went and did something that was very substantial or substantiated, he throws out so much opinion that it gets lost. So I don't see anybody in a debate that gives so much opinion, name calling, childish crap, and win a debate. She stuck to the issues. Everything she said can be substantiated. Not everything he said can be substantiated. So that's why I think she won. So let's go ahead, Kelly.
I was gonna say I definitely give you that one because from what I did see, was him babbling.
Yes.
Just a bunch of babble. That was it, and that was one of the reasons why I'm like, I don't want to watch this crap.
Yeah, and that's why I asked you why you throw your hand.
Morning anyway, yeah.
Right.
I tried. I attempted. I really did. I put forth a good effort.
Listen, I tried. He babbled. He tried.
Okay, so let me do this. Let's start at the beginning. When you can tell. Okay, let's look at this. Look at this first clip, and then we're going to discuss it.
Right. So let's now welcome the candidates to the stage, Vice President Kamala Harris and President Donald Trump.
Kamala Harris. Let's have a good debate.
See, have fun.
Thank you.
Damn.
Check that out. She wasn't. Now, the thing was, in the normal debate, you can check any debate that's in your lifetime. The two candidates meet in the front, shake hands, then walk back to the podiums. He had no intention on walking up to her and shaking her hand. She had to come to him, shake his hand, and then told him how to pronounce her name, Kamala Harris.
That's very, very, extremely disrespectful.
It is.
Yeah, how much you dislike a person. When
Yeah.
you're in the public eye like that, you have to hold a certain standard about yourself, no matter what. And obviously, we know he can't do that. He ain't never been able to do that.
Ho, Kelly. I wanted to ask. I want to interrupt real quick. When you say it's disrespectful, who was very disrespectful?
He was disrespectful. Did you see him walk behind the podium instead of coming dead center?
There's no place.
He was going straight to his podium.
There's no place in this world. There's no place in this world where a woman should approach a man the way that she done. She didn't even. Let me get this across. Let me get this across, man. That man hadn't even made it to the podium yet. She ran over there. She ran to him. Hold on.
Play that clip again.
Play the clip again. Hold on. Before you play the clip, let me get it.
Behind. He wasn't coming up toward the front. No way.
She didn't get. Listen. This was all a tactic, and this is what mainly. I won't say black women, but this is what women do. You see what she did. She came out trying to intimidate a man. Wrong from the beginning. She was disrespectful. She didn't let the man get to the podium. She ran over there.
But gloves is off.
Play the clip, man. Play the clip, man.
Play the clip. Okay. All right. Let's watch it again. Watch it again.
Right. So let's now welcome the candidates to the stage. Vice President Kamala Harris and President Donald Trump.
Kamala Harris. Let's have a good debate.
Have fun.
Thank you.
What do you mean?
Did we see the same thing?
Yeah, we saw
Did
the
we
same
not
thing.
see the same thing?
She ran over there to shake his hand. She didn't let the man get. She didn't even let the man get to the podium first. God, I mean, like, damn, give it a break. I mean, he is a senior. Come on, where's your respect that? Where you respect that, lady? Where you respect?
Hold on. Let's talk one at a time. What is your point, Danny?
My point is, she struck a good mark for the feminists, showing that she's better or equal to a man. She did that. She did that throughout the whole debate. But I'm gonna just leave it right there because she ran out way before the man even got out, and she shook his hand, which was very disrespectful. The rest of the world say, what woman does that?
She was disrespectful.
Yeah, I think so.
Really, by coming to shake his hand?
By coming out there aggressively like that. See, that was part of her plan.
Oh, so wait. So women can, you saying women shouldn't be aggressive?
No, come on, man.
Toward a man.
Come on, man. Look how the rest of the world looked at that. And guess what? The whole debate did the whole thing. She used that woman's psychology that most of y'all wives use on y'all. And no, hold on, let me rephrase that. That most of our wives use on us.
I was about to say rephrase that.
hey, you know what? I'm about to get off this computer. God. He talking some ancient ass shit here.
Ancient, man. It's real.
What are we talking about?
But that's my opinion that she was disrespectful, not him. She never gave him a chance to even get out to the podium yet.
Well, he was supposed to meet her in the center.
In the center.
She ran. You seen her run over there?
That's the respectful thing to do as presidential candidate.
Let's go to the next question, man. That was your opinion. That was your opinion, Kelly. I respect that.
And you got yours. I respect yours.
Mine was just the opposite. I think she was ridiculous.
Oh wow. Okay, so look, Miss Ursula said, "What the? She's like tripping on you, saying there's no place in this world for a woman to be running up to a man like that." And Maddie says, "Where's the disrespect?" Kim says, "He was trying to run behind the podium."
Thank you, Kim.
And Ursula said he was running to the podium. He was running to the podium. So
how about this?
I think it was all respectable. She was just coming up, just being respectful. That's what all presidential candidates do.
Wait a minute. How about this? How about he just really didn't want to shake a hand? Okay.
Tell the truth. That's
and
all.
And she was determined to shake his.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and just leave it at that.
Well, that's disrespectful. He didn't want to shake her hand.
What's disrespectful?
And you know what? Even afterwards, the next day, the debate was on September 10th. The next day was September 11th, and they both were at the same place, paying tribute to people who died on September 11th. And he went to shake her hand there, but he wouldn't shake her hand on international television in front of everybody. That's,
you know what? Then well, maybe he was just confused about where he was supposed to go, whether he was supposed to go in the front or go in the back.
Exactly.
And it looked like he was trying not to. The conclusion. You just said that the next day he went to her and shook her hand. So now that leads me to believe that, well, maybe he wasn't trying to be spiteful or anything like that. Maybe he just missed his cue, because you know how they're on TV, they want you to step on the spot and go right to the spot and all this stuff for the cameras. Maybe he just missed his fucking cue and now it looked like he didn't want to shake her hand. I mean, either he wanted to shake it or not. If the guy really had disrespect for her or whatever, and didn't want to shake a damn hand, why did he approach her the next day to shake her hand? That's the question I have.
Because he's an idiot. Number one, he's an idiot. Number two, he knew he was supposed to shake her hand, and then I don't know why he had a change of heart on September 11th. He's a dummy.
Well, see, you assume he had a change of heart. Maybe he just missed his spot. Maybe he didn't walk the proper direction to meet her where he was supposed to meet her. He went the other direction on accident, and it looked like he was trying to avoid her.
You know,
the dementia setting in right here, huh?
Stop taking such a feminist approach.
It could have been that. It could have been that.
All I'm saying,
because you said that he shook her hand the next day, so maybe he don't have no bad feelings for her.
She had her back to him, talking to somebody else, and some guy tapped her on the shoulder. She turned around, and he was sitting there grinning like a fool with his hand out. So if you want to say he confused, I agree with you, but it's 24-hour confusion for him. All right,
it could be that.
Yeah. All right, so go ahead. Go ahead.
I think that he lost the debate with her, and all the claims he's been putting out to her that's talking about she's stupid and dumb, and she proved her point that she made him look stupid. So now he want to be close up on her.
Yeah.
And she made him look bad. And just in case she do become the president, he might want to be like, hey, Kamala, can you give me a pardon? You know what I'm saying? Can you give me a pardon? So that might be all that. There you go.
Like that. Can you give me a pardon?
Yeah. He might be looking for a pardon.
All right,
we know that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen.
Hey, he probably like, let me be nice to her now.
Right.
Because he got an egg in his face.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so look, they covered a whole lot of topics, right? And one of them was January 6th. So let's check out a short clip on that.
But let me just ask
you. You might ask her that question.
You were the president. You were watching it unfold on television. It's a very simple question as we move forward toward another election. Is there anything you regret about what you did on that day? Yes or no?
I had nothing to do with that other than they asked me to make a speech. I showed up for a speech. I said, I think it's going to be big. I went to Nancy Pelosi and the mayor of Washington, D.C., and the mayor put it back in writing, as you know. I said, this is going to be a very big rally or whatever you want to call it. And again, it wasn't done by me. It was done by others. I said, I'd like to give you 10,000 National Guard or soldiers. They rejected me. Nancy Pelosi rejected me. It was just 2 weeks ago. Her daughter has a tape of her saying she is fully responsible for what happened. They want to get rid of that tape.
I was at the Capitol on January 6th. I was the vice president-elect. I was also an acting senator. I was there. And on that day, the president of the United States incited a violent mob to attack our nation's capital, to desecrate our nation's capital. On that day, 140 law enforcement officers were injured, and some died. And understand, the former president has been indicted and impeached for exactly that reason. But this is not an isolated situation. Let's remember Charlottesville, where there was a mob of people carrying tiki torches, spewing anti-Semitic hate. And what did the president then at the time say? There were fine people on each side. Let's remember that when it came to the Proud Boys, a militia, the former president said, stand back and stand by. So for everyone watching who remembers what January 6th was, I say, we don't have to go back. Let's not go back. We're not going back. It's time to turn the page.
Time to turn the page. What say you guys? Did he fully explain himself on January 6th? Okay, let me say this though. First, he blamed Nancy Pelosi. I'll just give it to him that he called her and said he wanted to have the National Guard there. But what I'll say to that is we wouldn't have needed the National Guard had he not incited a riot.
How did he incite it, Aaron?
He told them, let's go down to the Capitol. Let me answer your question.
All he said was
Let me answer your question.
He just said he gave a speech.
Let me answer your question. At the end of his speech, he said, let's go down to the Capitol and I'm going to be with you. And he didn't show up because the Secret Service was like, you ain't going down there. Why would the Secret Service say that? Because they know it was going to be a riot.
Oh, you right. You a mind reader, huh?
I read your mind all the time.
Well, he said, well, let's go down there and voice what you have, because what do you have here in America? An opinion, your voice. You have your vote. That's all he said. Now the people did that on their own. He told Nancy, he said, look, I got a big following. I'm gonna give you some more troops. Guess what they did? They ignored that. But guess what they want to blame? Guess what they got on trial? And guess who's been winning this case though? Yeah. They've been knocking that stuff down. Them 32 counts, they've been knocking that stuff down. That's nothing. That is going to be nothing. That was a ploy that she just made because of this one particular fact right here.
Okay, so whatever that meant, there wouldn't have been a January 6th had he not organized this quote unquote rally that turned into a riot.
How about they not asked him? He said they asked me to give a speech. Suppose they wouldn't have asked him, it wouldn't have been there.
He put it together.
The blame on him too. He just said they asked me to give a speech. I gave the speech. Suppose they asked him, it wouldn't have happened.
What?
He said they asked me to give a speech. So he decided to give one.
No, Danny, in order for all those people to be there, he had to say, hey, I'm going to be here at this particular point, at this particular site. And that's why they were there. Because he's the one who said, I'll be here. And you fell for the lie.
No, the clip said that they asked him to give the speech. He could have denied the speech. It wouldn't have happened, what I'm trying to get to you. Yeah. If he would have denied, said, I don't want to speak, it wouldn't have never happened. But they asked him. So who was they who asked him?
But you're missing the point, Dan. You're missing the point, sir. The point is that there was a riot. Yeah. 100 police were injured. One lady was killed. Right. I mean, he even brought her name up.
It was five. It was 5 killed. It was 5 officers got killed, plus that lady.
Yeah. So had he not sent them to the Capitol, 5 people would have been alive. Yeah. No injuries.
And then hold on. And then it was a lot of officers that got injured too.
They asked him to come to do the speech. They should have left him alone. He was a loser. He done lost. Leave him alone. Let him go. But no, you you'll do a speech. Do a speech. Let's bring your tinky torches and all that on to the Capitol. They asked for that, but you ain't putting the blame there.
I don't know. It's certain things and it's certain signs that the KK do to let you know what to do.
Come on, man. We can't be afraid of this. This is 2024. Are we afraid now? Because every time you gotta be because every time these Democrats say it's racist, we get our tail between our legs and we afraid.
We see racism every day still right now.
That is not our issue. Come on, Danny. Racism is not our issue. We ain't got fathers in homes. Our children can't read. Racism is not our issue.
I disagree with that. Hold on, y'all. I disagree with that.
And along with you saying that, racism is right in there, and that's it.
That can be there. Listen, racism been here for 400 years. It ain't going nowhere. As a matter of fact, you should be racist.
That's true. It's not.
Because that's what our children can't read. We don't have fathers in our homes. We got so many issues.
What you mean?
Listen, what I'm trying to say.
My kids can read.
My kids can read too.
Kids can read, and guess what? I would applaud you for helping your kids learn how to read, but the majority of our children cannot. Now, watch this right here. Not only that.
What? You got stuck. Not only what?
Yeah, you're right. I got stuck. Maybe I shouldn't go. Not only that, man. What I'm trying to say, every time the Democrats yell racist, y'all get scared, man. Y'all get afraid. The racist is not the biggest issue for us as a people. Is what I'm getting at. That's what I'm drawing to conclusion. We got so many issues before we even tackle racism. Racism been here for 400 years and or more. As a matter of fact, it's been here since time never was when man was not. So now, why are we so get our draws in a bunch when the Democrats say he's racist or that's racist? If we just remove the word racist, remove all of that the Democrats try to fear us with, with their fear-mongering attack and deal with the issues that will help us all. And Kamala,
let me say something on that, okay? And I have to agree with Danny because it's the whole time we've been, let's just keep it 100, the whole time we've been in captivity, it's because it's a result of racism in the first place. But to his point, while we were enduring all that racism, worse so-called racism than what we endure today, our homes were still intact. The fathers were there. Our women wasn't dressing naked and running around here and all the other crazy stuff. So the racism has always been here. To his point, that is not our issue. Our issue is that we have become removed from certain morals and values that we had for a long time. And as far as January 6th, like I always say, I mean, this is not our country. This is their country. So them white folk can go to the Capitol and act how they want to act. As far as I'm concerned, it's they shit. So they can go down there and fight for their country all they want. It ain't ours. We have no stake in the matter. We have no control over anything that we do because we allow these racist institutions. We allow them to dictate to us what we should think, what we should do, how we should move every day. So
I disagree with you, Art, and plus we didn't went way off from January 6th.
Yeah. Hold on.
The point is that it's they damn country.
It's not their country. It's ours. Hey, let me ask you. Hey, Aaron. I thought we was talking about debate on Kamala Harris and Donald Trump.
But that's
January 6th.
That's how
this
Trump
country
it
ain't theirs.
Yeah. That's what Trump people do. They take the topic and they go somewhere else, and we start arguing about something different than the topic. So that's why I'm taking it right back. Hold on. Let me get to these. Ursula said, yes, Aaron. He excited and sent them to the Capitol. Kim says, did he have another orchestrated assassination today? Yeah, he did in Florida. Somebody tried to kill him again. Maddie says, doesn't he have a court date in November? The vice president mentioned it in the debate. E-Dub said, we are responsible for speech, which is why you can't yell fire in a crowded area. E-Dub said, Danny is using Trump's debate style all over the place and changing the topic. And Kim said, we built this country. It was slave labor, but we did.
Yeah, but it ain't ours.
It is ours. We 400 or more is ours. Art, come on, man. You're a smart man. Come on, baby.
Yeah, I am, and I understand reality and not everything and all the other BS that people want people to think about. And the point is that if it was ours, why are we at the bottom? We have no control over nothing. And yeah, maybe, ain't no maybe. This country is here because of us, but it ain't ours.
Because we still trying to play catch up. They got 400 years on top of us, so we playing catch up.
Why are you so worried about something being racist? Then hold on. Racist, hold on. I don't want to jump the gun, but
go ahead.
Y'all want to overspeak. Y'all want to overtalk and think that y'all got the right points and everything. Y'all not right. What y'all talking about? Y'all giving out misinformation out here to the universe of people that want to hear the right stuff.
And it's
bullshit.
And it's off topic. So
exactly, we supposed to be talking about who won the damn debate. Kamala Harris won the debate.
So let's look at another topic. Let's look at another topic. Let's look at another topic.
Go to that next topic. Aaron, can I say
next topic? Hold on, man. Let me say
we need a moderator right here. Aaron,
hold on. Let me say this real quickly. It was okay when Kamala did that. They talked about what?
Her name is Kamala, not Kamala. Kamala. Put Kamala. Like
I'll say this. Okay, I'll tell you this. I'll call her this right here. I'll call her Madam. When Madam asked Madam one question, she went every fucking way, and she did it purposely. But go ahead, listen. It was okay for her to do it. It was okay for her to do that. But see, you got a problem. You got a problem now. But go ahead with your program.
All right. Next one is crime. The next topic is crime, and they talked about crime.
It is much higher because of them. They allowed criminals, many, many millions of criminals. They allowed terrorists. They allowed common street criminals. They allowed people to come in, drug dealers, to come into our country. And they're now in the United States and told by their countries like Venezuela, don't ever come back or we're going to kill you. Do you know that crime in Venezuela and crime in countries all over the world is way down? You know why? Because they've taken their criminals off the street and they've given them to her to put into our country. And this will be one of the greatest mistakes in history for them to allow. And I think they probably did it because they think they're going to get votes, but it's not worth it because they're destroying the fabric of our country by what they've done. There's never been anything done like this at all. They've destroyed the fabric of our country. Millions of people let in, and all over the world, crime is down all over the world except here. Crime here is up and through the roof.
Coming from someone who has been prosecuted for national security crimes, economic crimes, election interference, has been found liable for sexual assault, and his next big court appearance is in November at his own criminal sentencing. And
okay, so crime.
Wow.
He says
he didn't lie.
He sure did lie.
She just decided.
she didn't lie either. She didn't lie either.
She lied like what? She didn't ask the question.
Hold on,
She didn't
Danny.
ask the question at all.
Hold on, Danny. He didn't lie, and she didn't lie, but her saying that about him has nothing to do with the truth that he told.
It does.
Nothing at all.
It does.
And yeah, fine. He done did some stupid stuff, and he done been to court and all that. But in Colorado, some Venezuelans took over a damn apartment complex.
We're talking about. Okay, so I got you. But he is no person to talk about crime when he's a criminal.
Come on, man. That's
If
the
you're-
best.
That don't make no sense. That makes no sense at
That
all.
makes perfect sense.
No, it
Joe,
don't. That's
Joe, did that
retarded.
make sense?
That's
That makes
retarded.
sense, Joe?
That's retarded. You mean to tell me that a person can sit back and look and see what's going on in the world, regardless of what they done, look at it and say to themselves, that's what's going on, and then repeat that? Give me a break.
No, what I'm saying is
Retarded.
it's hard to listen to him complain about crime when he does it.
Well,
Exactly.
that means that you're not paying attention to what you're supposed to be paying attention to.
No, I'm paying attention to what I'm supposed to be paying attention
I
to.
think you being
Okay.
biased.
Look,
I think
if
you're
somebody
being
if somebody stole your car and then I'm complaining about, dang, people be stealing cars. Shut up, you steal cars. That's where I'm coming from.
That is not what's going on, because what he did.
Then what's
Listen,
going on?
listen. What he is accused of doing is not what they're talking about. They're talking about They're talking about the crime in the United States that has been on the rise. Basically, more importantly, because of all the illegal immigrants coming in here. It's a totally different subject matter when it comes to the crimes that he is accused of committing than the crimes that's going on in the United States. And how can we not sensibly make that separation and say, well, regardless of what he's accused of, it is the truth. That's the point. How can we deny truth because it's like, oh, well, you did this and you did that, and I don't like the way you wear your Jordans and all this other BS. That's retarded. That's what our problem is.
Nah,
That's
all right.
probably what our problem
Nah,
is. Right there.
you missing it.
It's
You
not
missing it. You just
I'm
trying.
not missing it.
Can I say
I'm
You
not
are.
missing it.
You off to the
He's
left.
right on point with that.
I'm not.
You off to the left with that because
No,
she
he's
had
not.
a
He's right on
her
point with
point. Her point to him was right on point. It's hard for him to talk about crime when he's a criminal. It's
She's
like
a
you're a
Okay,
criminal.
fine.
You're a
man.
criminal.
So you mean
Who's
to tell
gonna
me?
Who's
so you
She's
listening
a
to a
prosecutor.
criminal?
She's done nothing. She's a prosecutor. She's done nothing for this crime, but helped the crime. She brought the people in here because of her bill. That's what he was trying to tell her.
Got
And
you.
the
I
American
understand that.
people.
I understand that. But
Okay,
the
so-
question,
Aaron.
yes.
Danny is wrong on a bunch of front shit. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. Y'all just overspeak everybody. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just think y'all know everything. Y'all think y'all right. The migrants are not causing all the crimes in the United States. These people are coming here to live. The Haitians coming here to live. They're not eating people, animals. These people working good jobs add to the tax base. Ain't nobody fucking causing crime.
The niggas is causing all the crime.
Hold on, Danny.
Can I talk? Can I talk?
Go ahead.
Y'all want to overtalk the show. Y'all think y'all talking about something that y'all think y'all know. Everybody that's coming over here is not fucking committing fucking crimes. The people coming here to live. They coming here to fucking live. So they are coming here to live. Their country been unstabilized from the United States. So they coming to get something. They are not here to fucking cause crime.
And that would bring attention. That would bring attention to their
wait a minute. They are not trying to do crime. If they doing crime, that means they don't get deported. So if they here illegal, why would they be doing crime?
That's what I was saying.
You can't get deported, man. What are you talking about?
What you're saying? Come on, man. You're talking stupid now. You're talking stupid. We got a large audience, Aaron. I know you got a large audience, and y'all giving out misinformation to people that's not right. It's not fucking right. And we built this country, and this is our country. If they got 400 to 500 years up over us, that's why we still trying to play catch up. So
can I ask a question?
Immigrants that's coming over here, they not fucking doing all the crime. It's us here, right here. And the
can
person
I ask
that
a
was
question?
eating the animal was a person from the United States.
Can I ask one question?
Ask.
Okay.
Because you're not making sense.
Did gangs from Venezuela take over an apartment building in Colorado? Yes or no?
No, they did.
They didn't?
They didn't do it. He ain't watching the news. You know what? He misinformed.
No,
let me ask one more question.
Oh no, wait. Go ahead.
Was there a town hall in Springfield, Ohio, where the residents were there at the town hall talking about what they witnessed some of the Haitians doing with animals and stuff like that, like wild animals and roadkill? Did they have that town hall?
Wait a minute. Hey, Haitians could be you. Haitians could be me. All of them look black like me and you.
Oh man,
so what they said. So
hey, Joe, I think you burnt out. You burnt out, man.
Okay, hold on. Okay, we mentioned Haitians.
All they gotta do, all them Democrats gotta do.
Who you talking about burnt out? What the fuck?
All they gotta do is say one word to you. Is racism. When they say it's racist, you clam up. You clam up.
Don't you? You look Haitian to me.
Clam up, man. You stop clamming up.
Hey, hold on.
You look Haitian to me. Hey, so you can be that Haitian dude. They can say you look Haitian and come up to you.
Hey Joe. If they drop 20, listen, Joe. If they drop 20,000 Haitians in your neighborhood changes, man.
No, so what? They add to the tax base. Some people in Springfield, Ohio, is working good job. They add into the tax base.
Time out. All right, so let's go to the next topic. Now, what we got to do is not talk over each other. But look, the next topic.
I had to take me a drink on that one. Lord have mercy.
The next topic is the Haitians. Let's go.
What they have done to our country by allowing these millions and millions of people to come into our country, and look at what's happening to the towns all over the United States. And a lot of towns don't want to talk. It's not going to be Aurora or Springfield. A lot of towns don't want to talk about it because they're so embarrassed by it. In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. And this is what's happening in our country, and it's a shame.
I just want to clarify here. You bring up Springfield, Ohio, and ABC News did reach out to the city manager there. He told us there have been no credible reports of specific claims of pets being harmed, injured, or abused by individuals within the immigrant community.
Well, I've seen people on television.
Let me just say here, this is
the people on television say my dog was taken and used for food. So maybe he said that, and maybe that's a good thing to say for a city manager.
I'm not taking this from
television. But the people are on television saying their dog was eaten by the people that went there.
Again, the Springfield city manager says there's no evidence of that. Vice President Harris, I'll let you respond to the rest of what you've heard.
she laughed and said, talk about extreme. My thing had turned off. But let me get to these comments real quick, man. So EW says, okay, so I think he's got his time frame wrong. She says United Kingdom used America as a prison. Ask the Native Americans about that. Kim said, breathe, Danny, breathe. You'll be all right. Kim says the lady who started the rumor has come out and apologized about the Haitians eating dogs. And Ursula said the police said that there has been no reporting of Haitians doing that. That's a Trump racist lie trying to scare white people.
It is. I agree.
Well, I was just going to say this, that I watched the entire council meeting there in Springfield, Ohio. And all I can say is that the residents there are having serious issues with the the Haitians that then came into the city. Now, if they ain't eating them fine, whatever, I'm inclined to believe that there are some other serious hardships being created across the board with the immigrant communities that's coming in here. So I would just say this, with all the money that they're giving them, why don't we get it? I mean, we're talking about the Biden administration, the Biden-Harris administration. They got them all in here. They're giving them all this money. Joe, you say, they're going to do something for us. But the point is that they never do anything for us. It's always in the best interest of what it is, I believe, that they're trying to accomplish, which definitely ain't trying to do anything for Black people. So I would just say that, if they're eating them or not, whatever. But it is a damn problem.
Okay. So when he said that was so ridiculous. I didn't even think that she needed to respond to that because the city manager said there's no evidence. JD Vance tried to lie and said there's not enough evidence, but he actually said, the city manager, there was no evidence. Okay, so another important topic was abortion. Let's hit the abortion topic.
But if I could just get a yes or no, because your running mate, J.D. Vance, has said that you would veto it if it did come to your desk.
Well, I didn't discuss it with J.D. In all fairness, J.D., and I don't mind if he has a certain view, but I think he was speaking for me, but I really didn't. Look, we don't have to discuss it because she'd never be able to get it, just like she couldn't get student loans. They couldn't get student loans. They didn't even come close to getting student loans. They taunted young people and a lot of other people that had loans. They can never get this approved. So it doesn't matter what she says about going to Congress. Well, wonderful. Let's go to Congress. Do it. But the fact is that for years they wanted to get it out of Congress and out of the federal government. And we did something that everybody said couldn't be done. And now you have a vote of the people on abortion.
Vice President Harris, I want to give you your time to respond. But I do want to ask, would you support any restrictions on a woman's right to an abortion?
I absolutely support reinstating the protections of Roe v. Wade. And as you rightly mentioned, nowhere in America is a woman carrying a pregnancy to term and in asking for an abortion. That is not happening. It's insulting to the...
Oh, man. So wait a minute before we do that one. There was another thing about late-term abortions. I got to play that one too.
You should ask, will she allow abortion in the 8th month, 9th month, 7th month?
On.
Okay, would you do that? Why don't you ask her that question?
Why don't you answer
That's
the
problem.
question? Would you
because
veto?
Under Roe v.
Answer
Wade,
the question,
you
would you
could
veto?
you could do abortions in the 7th month, the 8th month, the 9th
That's
month,
not true.
and probably after birth. Just look at the former governor of Virginia. The governor of Virginia said we put the baby aside and then we determine what we want to do with the baby.
President Trump, thank you.
Okay, so let me ask Danny this question. This question is for Danny. We had a conversation before, and you told me a scenario of what you would tell a woman who was raped and she is pregnant. She was raped and she was pregnant. So tell me, under somebody's speaker is up way high. There's an airplane going by. Tell me the scenario of what you would tell a woman who's pregnant as a result of rape, and under the Trump administration.
Before I answer that question, I want to go back to the text.
Oh God!
For this reason right here. Not only is this everywhere on the news today, but when you look at the Haitians, how they practice their religion, a cat is eaten and during the time of December, like we eat turkey. I just want to bring that to a fact. So they do. This is an actual fact that they're doing this. However, when you talk about the abortion, I had no idea that you Democrats were murderers the way you are. I had no idea that y'all butcher children at the 9th month after a child is born. I had no idea that you would even vote for something like that. And Donald Trump put it out there with the governor of Virginia, and he said it himself. He told nothing but straight truth. You do that, you can have an abortion from the 9th, the 8th, the 7th, all the way through, and you vote for that. Hey, the Democrats, y'all been our butchers and murderers, man. Stop it. How do you go with this?
So, what would you tell a woman who's pregnant as a result of rape, sir?
I'm talking about the issue that he said that governor of Virginia. The governor of Virginia said that a child could be born and they will put that child aside and kill it later, depending upon the information that the doctor get from the child's mother. And that's a Democratic policy is what I'm talking about. And that's what needs to be
if you kill a baby
about.
after it's born, that's a crime.
Hold on.
Exactly. You need to be put in jail for voting for some shit like that.
Okay, but answer the question. Answer the question.
So, pregnant woman as a result of rape. Pregnant woman as a result of rape. Let's go, Danny. What would you tell her?
What would I tell her? A pregnant woman that's what? That's what? What's the question?
That's been raped.
That's
a pregnant woman that's been raped.
A pregnant woman that's been raped. You're gonna have the child.
You're gonna make her have a child. Tell me how you tell her she's gonna have this child.
You asked me to answer the question. Let me get this because this is a question that you asking me to just come off the hip with, and I'm gonna come off the hip with it. You're gonna have the child because this is not no pro-choice. This is life. Right now, they're taking stem cells from that particular child that can actually help you in the long run. Not only that, but we're going to give you an option that if it's by rape or by incest or something else, there's another option for that, which is called adoption. And then if the child, if it's a bodily harm, like say for instance, you got leukemia, and either the child is between you and the child that lives, we're going to give that decision up to you. What do you want? Suppose you are incapacitated. We're gonna leave that particular decision up to your parents or up to the father of the child. Which one do you want to live? Because one of them has to die.
So let me ask this question.
Hold on,
I thought you were done, but let me just ask this question. You're telling this woman that she has to go through that mental anguish of taking a baby that was forced on her to term. You're gonna make her, and I'm not for abortion. I'm not trying to say it. I'm just saying the thinking that you're putting this woman through, and if she takes it to term and puts it up for adoption, that is so honorable. That is such an honorable thing to do. I'm not saying that she shouldn't, but I'm telling you, I'm asking you, what do you think about the thinking process, the mental things she has to go through to take 10 months to be reminded that she was raped?
You asking me a question, man, that you want me to get into this woman's head, this young girl's head, and deal with what she's going to deal with of her having sex and then coming up pregnant. This is why the country have contraceptive. This is why you have, if
a woman is raped, where's the contraceptive? We talking something totally different there.
Okay, you're absolutely right. I'm getting to that. When a woman is raped, I just discussed to you, this is what's going to happen. You're going to have the child. Because there are benefactors of having your child. That child can come with a stem cell that can give you a kidney later or somebody in your family. But now if you kill the child, you exit that particular right of yours.
So Danny, let's just say a woman, let's just say big woman, biggest woman you know, rapes you, and you can get pregnant. The government, you gonna take your baby to term?
That's a stretch, bro. You can't ask that man that question. He's a man.
I'm putting him in the side. I'm putting him inside the question. He's the
answer that just the way Jesus answered Nicodemus. Can I be born again? Do I have to go back into the womb of my mother?
All right. So next topic. Next topic is
I'm explaining to you. Listen what I just
next topic. Hold on, Danny, because you going off the rails. Okay, so look, the next one was 2025. Let's hit 2025 because we hitting the home stretch.
Number one, I have nothing to do, as you know, and as she knows better than anyone, I have nothing to do with Project 2025. That's out there. I haven't read it. I don't want to read it purposely. I'm not going to read it. This was a group of people that got together. They came up with some ideas, I guess some good, some bad, but it makes no difference. I have nothing to do. Everybody knows I'm an open book. Everybody knows what I'm going to do. Cut taxes very substantially and create a great economy like I did before. We had the greatest economy. We got hit with a pandemic. And the pandemic was not since 1917, where 100 million people died, has there been anything like it. We did a phenomenal job with the pandemic. We handed them over a country where the economy and where the stock market was higher than it was before the pandemic came in. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. We made ventilators for the entire world. We got gowns, we got masks, we did things that nobody thought possible. And people give me credit for rebuilding the military. They give me credit for a lot of things, but not enough credit for the great job we did with the pandemic.
So, you agree with that, Danny?
I agree with one thing, that your whole show has been questions about Donald Trump. You not asked us to ask one question opposed to her, because she didn't have any.
Go ahead.
No, all she did, all you did was attack Donald Trump. They posed questions to her. You didn't give none of those questions. Where are the questions for her? Because she couldn't answer. You know why she didn't? You know why she couldn't answer? She never had the answers to the question.
So she never gave answers?
All she did was the only thing you showed was questions to Donald Trump. And
really?
you tried to belittle him just like she did. But he gave listen, let me finish. He gave good, solid political answers. Very good political answers.
Dogs and cats being eaten is a political answer.
Well, that's what's happening of the cause of what she has done by letting these people here.
All right.
So now, whether you want them here or not, that's on you. But this is the cause of it. All he did was brought you abreast of what can possibly happen and what's happening.
Okay.
Now,
all right. So look, I'm going to throw you a steak dinner real quick. I'm going to give you a chance to just rip her to shreds on this. All right, go.
The negotiation involved the Taliban getting 5,000 Taliban terrorists released. And get this. And the president at the time invited the Taliban to Camp David, a place of storied significance for us as Americans, a place where we honor the importance of American diplomacy, where we invite and receive respected world leaders. And this...
What's your favorite curse word?
I can't say it. It starts with an M and it ends with a. This former president, as president, invited them to Camp David because he does not again appreciate the role and responsibility
of the office of President of the United States. I thought that was hysterical because
I know you thought that was hysterical.
That was hysterical. She said her favorite cuss word starts with an M and ends with a, and then she almost said it. She almost said this former president.
You a mind reader again, huh? Hey, he's a good mind reader. He's a good mind reader. So guess what though? At the end of the day, she was typically wrong again.
Okay.
Again.
All right.
Look how Donald answered that. Play that.
Oh, I don't have that clip.
Oh, I know you don't.
I don't have that clip because
you know why you don't have it. You know why you don't have it.
No, I don't have it. But I gave Donald Trump a whole lot of play.
I know. 18 months of American soldiers died. They died because of that. A whole 18 months.
Okay, let me get to these comments because you ain't even had a drink yet, man. And you, all right? Kim says back to the abortion issue. Having sex and coming up pregnant after being raped. Danny is just spewing ignorance. Bless his heart. And Kimmy's like, wow, Danny, that's what you saying? She gotta have a baby. All right, so look, man, I'm gonna give like one more, and I think what's up, Joe? You all right, man?
I'm good, man. I'm just listening to ignorant talk over here. I'm lost. Like, what the fuck I'm listening to?
So Trump had a issue with Kamala Harris's negotiation skills.
But just so you understand, they sent her to negotiate peace before this war started. 3 days later, he went in and he started the war because everything they said was weak and stupid. They said the wrong things. That war should have never started. She was the emissary. They sent her in to negotiate with Zelensky and Putin, and she did. And the war started 3 days later. And that's the kind of talent we have with her. She's worse than Biden. In my opinion, I think he's the worst president in the history of our country. She goes down as the worst vice president in the history of our country. But let me tell you something. She is a horrible negotiator. They sent her in to negotiate. As soon as they left, Putin did the invasion.
Yet again, I said it at the beginning of this debate, you're going to hear a bunch of lies coming from this fellow. And that is another one. When I went to meet with President Zelensky, I've now met with him over 5 times. The reality is it has been about standing as America always should, as a leader upholding international rules and norms, as a leader who shows strength, understanding that the alliances we have around the world are dependent on our ability to look out for our friends and not favor our enemies because you adore strong men instead of caring about democracy. And that is very much what is at stake here. The President of the United States is commander-in-chief, and the American people have a right to rely on a president who understands the significance of America's role and responsibility in terms of ensuring that there is stability and ensuring we stand up for our principles and not sell them for the benefit of personal flattery.
Oh, and you know, Danny, look. Yes. No, Danny, you tell me that I'm this thing is a slant, but she was slapping the heck out of him that whole night, man.
No, that was BS.
She was slapping the heck out of him.
She didn't even answer the question.
Why you letting her slap him right now? Because she ain't answered not one question that you opposed to her.
She didn't deal with that.
Now, you know what? I agree with you. The question on the screen, she did not answer.
She didn't answer any of them. Any of them. She danced around them all from the very beginning. They asked her, "What you gonna do about the economy? Is the economy better now than then?" That motherfucker said, "I come from where people know how to take care of their grass." You came from fucking Canada. In a 2 million fucking neighborhood. The hell she talking about? She pulling that shit over on y'all, man.
Oh wow, Danny, calm down. You getting like Trump, man.
Man, calm down. Man. All I'm trying to say is this right here.
You said what?
From the very first beginning, man, she came out like that. She says that I came from a neighborhood where people loved and enjoyed cutting their grass. That's a neighborhood like you, Joe. Like you, Aaron, and all of us. We enjoy doing that. She grew up in Canada.
What does that mean?
Wait a minute, listen. She grew up in Canada. The lowest house on her block was 2-point-something million. You don't cut the fucking grass on a 2-million block.
Hey.
She's been blowing from the beginning, man. And you ain't. And guess what you're doing? You failed to realize the bullshit. She didn't answer one question. All she did was converted over to Donald Trump and tried to make him look foolish. See, she gave up.
You're quite hostile.
Can I say something?
Got that church finger up.
Can I speak?
You got to turn off the public enemy, Danny. Dang.
Hey, that's all right.
But it's not. But you know, Aaron is not even accurate, man.
Hold on. Well, see, I think what a lot of people don't understand is the history of that area and what's really going on. And what was happening was, the Biden administration, they was looking to add Ukraine to the United Nations, right? And for Russia, that was approaching too close on their borders. Now, understand that Ukraine was basically Russian territory, and the agreement was a long time ago that the United States wouldn't be trying to pick up all these extra countries and add them to the UN. Well, over years, that's exactly what they've been doing. So now when it came down to Ukraine, they were talking with Zelensky, trying to get him to come over to the UN. And that was the straw that broke the camel's back. So when Trump is talking about how she went over there to talk to them, to tell them, like, look, we're going to stay where we are with this, and whatever you need, we'll give you. We know that he's coming. And this is what everybody don't know. They knew that he was coming. He told them, look, this is what I'm going to do if you do such and such.
Yes,
and they did it anyway. But my point is that she did not deal with the crux of the matter. She started talking about having some safe society and safe this and safe that. Well, damn it, we're at war. That makes no sense at all for you to say that when you were in a position to tell everybody else, back off, trying to get Ukraine to join the United Nations or whatever. Stop trying to do that, and then Russia will leave everything alone. No, she did not do that. She was still down with the purpose of trying to add them to the UN and approach too close to Russian borders. This is what was going on. She did not deal with that like she was supposed to. And a real president, I think, would have dealt with that more intently so people would have an understanding of what was really going on. She threw out a bunch of fluff.
She the vice president, man.
Hold on. Hey, Art.
Come on, man. Y'all
hey, Art.
You can't do shit.
Wait, Art.
She said she went over there.
Hold on. She the vice president, bro.
She said she went over
there for the negotiations, Joe.
And guess she been doing the good negotiation. Y'all just ain't.
No, man. The point is.
That's what she negotiated.
Hold up, Danny. Hold on, Danny.
Talking about.
Hold on. The point is.
You got to talk, man, because y'all sounding real like stupid right now.
Hold on. Look here, Danny and Joe. Hold on a second. The point is that Russia told them, do not do this, and they did it anyway. This is why they're at war. She did not go over there to stop Ukraine from joining. She went over there to say, hey, we got you. We're going to make this happen regardless.
But let me ask this.
Let
me ask you this, Art. Ukraine wanted to be liberated from Russia.
Exactly.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did.
They did.
They did. That's why
to take over Russia over Ukraine because he want that territory. He feel that's their land.
They wanted to be part of the UN.
Russian territory, though. That's the point. Ukrainians are basically Russians.
I get that. I understand that. But it's a country that used to be under the USSR. I get all that. But Ukraine, when they busted up, Ukraine was still under Soviet or Russian control. But then they had the option of joining the UN, and they wanted to.
And that was the problem. And what the United States should have done, listen to me, what the United States should have done was told them, no, you cannot, because of the issue that we're having with Russia. They should have left it alone.
No. Aren't they part of NATO?
This is what it's about. NATO.
Part of NATO? Ain't Ukraine part of NATO?
Say what now?
Ukraine is part of NATO, right?
I didn't hear you. Say it again.
Ukraine is part of NATO, right?
No. Well, they shouldn't be. Not now, and they weren't before. Well, that's a freaking problem. But see, before they weren't, and the push was to get them into NATO. I said UN, but the same thing.
Well, I'm at NATO too.
You know what I'm saying? But the point was that they were not supposed to join NATO. It's infringing too close to Russian borders. This is the whole point of the matter. And Russia told them, don't do that. Stop trying to do that. And over all these years, they've been adding countries.
Okay, so look, I just Googled it. Ukraine joined NATO's Partnership for Peace in 1994 and the NATO-Ukraine Commission in 1997. Then agreed the NATO-Ukraine Action Plan in 2002 and entered into NATO's Intensified Dialogue Program in 2005.
Right. So and then there were other countries that has been coming in over the years since like 1940, 1950, I think it really kind of started in the 60s, where the United States was going to these countries like, hey, come on in, come on in, come on in. Russia like, stop doing it. And it just hit the wall. The point is that she did not go over there to make peace. She knew it was going to be war. There's been warnings. So for her to say that they're trying to have some type of peaceful world and all this stuff, I have to say that's not, I can't get down with that. She's not being honest about that, because all they had to do was say, okay, Ukraine, we sorry. We got to back out of this.
No,
you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be
do that, man. They can't do that. Anything that's part of NATO, they can't back out of. It's brotherhood. Like me, you, Danny, Aaron, all of us, Kelly, we all together. We part of alliance, right? So if you have a problem, I gotta have your back, no matter what. If you wrong, I still got to have your back.
I know that. I'm just talking about before.
Since the 1940s or before.
I'm just talking about before they joined. Before they joined. See, Russia has been sending this warning out for a very long time. This is the point. So I'm just saying, before they joined, the United States should have never tried to mess with them at all. They should have left it alone. You dig what I'm saying? So
I get what you're saying.
Kamala and Joe went over there not to diffuse anything. It was to show allegiance to Ukraine. But what did that do? That just fueled the fire.
But Russia been a thorn in our side for years. That's before me and you was ever born. So we need to do some research before we can get in depth on about this Russia, because Russia has never been a friend of the United States.
To realize the cocaine boy been over there. What's that? Joe Biden's son's name? He's been over Ukraine.
Here we go. This dude, he's swinging.
It's a fact.
He hitting foul balls, man.
Hey, before we get off this air, let me get off
he's playing hockey with a warp truck.
What is Trump about to do for us? We had him for 4 years, and he fucked the economy up that Barack Obama gave.
What is Joe Biden's son's name? What is Joe Biden's son's name? Hunter. What is
Trump gonna do for us?
Okay, all right. So let's do this. Let me get through these things and let's just wrap it all up. So check it out. Maddie says she's going back a couple of topics. She said, I have just one question. Wasn't he the same person who suggested that bleach could be injected into our bodies to fight COVID? Yep.
Exactly.
And he should be trusted to the codes of the United States nuclear weapons.
Hell no.
EW says, I believe Russia and Trump came up with I don't think she finished it. And then Maddie says, take your souls to the polls. That's all I have to say.
Exactly.
EW says, I believe that this came up in private meeting with Trump and Putin when Trump was president. It was just deciding when. Oh, well, same as it's fragmented thing. All right, we're going to wrap this up. We're going to do a little round robin. We're going to give our opinions in 1 minute. We're going to wrap it up and let everybody give their little takeaways and their opinions. And that's going to be it. So, Danny, thank you for coming on the show, sir. What you got?
Well, what I have, man, is this right here. Regardless of who wins this particular race, we are in trouble. As a people, we already see what's going on. We already know what done happened.
Yep.
We know what done happened when Trump lost before. Wherever we want to put the blame at, we understand what's gonna happen if he lose by 1 vote. Now, on the other hand of that, if she wins, we understand exactly what's gonna continuously to happen. All these people are here. They say, I don't know what the numbers are, but there's probably 4-point-something million people. So now, in conclusion, I'm going to stick with my forefathers. I'm going to stick with the nationalists of the 50s and 60s. I'm not riding with the blue-eyed white liberals because they haven't given us nothing since the Civil Rights Act. And when I doubled down on the Civil Rights Act, it was not for us. It was for everybody. So it was for everybody. So therefore, we still got nothing. I'm still ride and suit with them. But in the meantime, we must prepare because a war is going to happen regardless of who wins. If Donald Trump loses, we going to war. We already seen what these people are going to do. If he loses, if he wins, we still going to go to war. Because we already see what she's going to do. She's going to continue. Man, if they dump 20,000 Haitians in the city of Detroit, the city would no longer be the same. If they drop
I'm sorry. Okay. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. You was going on a tangent. If they dump, hey, man, maybe they need some Haitians because there's a whole bunch of stray dogs in my neighborhood. All right, look. So, Kelly, what you got?
I truly have nothing this time. I agree with Danny on one thing. No matter who gets in office, we in trouble. That's it. No matter who gets in office, we in trouble. I'm not going to take nothing from anybody. Fuck Trump. And I'm not going to give nothing to anybody. So, I'm sorry. I truly have nothing this time.
Thank you, sir. All right, Mr. Joe, what you got, sir?
Man, people better just go vote. And listen, put the best person in office. And guess what? We're not going to be in trouble. We're going to be in worse trouble with Trump. You know what I'm saying? So people just better go vote. That's all I gotta say. Go vote.
Yes, sir. Art, what you got, sir?
All right, I'm gonna try and make this as quick as possible.
Impossible.
We shut your ass up. Yeah, we don't have anything coming. And I know people are hopeful that this Miss Harris lady is going to change the world for us, but the Democrats haven't really done anything for us. Our communities are no better than they were in the 60s. We're dealing with things that we didn't deal with in the 60s. I can't see where any Democratic organization or any type of Democratic political situation is going to help us. I don't see where it's going to change on the Republican side either, because our fight is going to be the same regardless. We're still, slaves in this country, and we're the backbone of the economy, and they're going to use us and continue to use us like they've been doing.
All right, so here's my take on it. This is what I always think of when I see Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. People are always saying that the whole Sodom and Gomorrah thing happens if she is in office. They're saying that the trans thing is going to explode bigger, the gay thing is going to explode bigger, abortions and all this stuff. And I'm against all three of those. But that's true. That could have a lot more freedom under her. I get it. I understand. It's a valid point. But the same people who say that are not looking at the huge amounts of racism that's coming with Donald Trump. Black people have made so many strides in this country, even having a black president. I'll mute you. He had a black president, and we finna have East Side Detroit. We're about to have a black woman president, something we ain't never thought about having. So, what's your name? Danny said if we can move the racism out of the way and concentrate on issues, black people ain't never gonna move racism out of the way. As much as we put up with, you are nuts if you think we gonna disregard racism. That's
put in my face every day.
Yeah. So asking us to do that is impossible. And you kind of lost air when you said that. Anyway, I'm gonna vote. My vote is clear. My conscience is clear. But and at the same time, you're gonna get something from a president that you don't like, even if whoever wins. I'd rather vote for and set a precedence. The lady has done a lot in her career. I'm looking forward to seeing her at the helm. Donald Trump had his turn. We saw what he can do. We don't want to go back.
I know what she was doing for her career.
Yeah, here we go. All right. Thank you guys. Hey, Art, man, you're the greatest neighbor. You're the greatest neighbor in the world, man. I appreciate you so much. You always bring that calm perspective, even if you're wrong. Joe, hey, man, you that level-headed opinion that always bring that discussion. I really appreciate what you bring to the table.
You say he level-headed?
I'll give it to you.
The strong, silent type. Kelly, man, I appreciate your honesty, your down-to-earthness when it comes to your opinion. I appreciate it always come from the heart. Appreciate that. Danny, I appreciate how you wear hats, man. I mean, that's all I can think of. That's the only thing a compliment I give you. No, I'm appreciate it. But I'm just playing. But the thing is, Danny, you ain't scared to say your opinion, and that's what I like about you. Even if I disagree with you, even if to me it sounds like a bunch of crap, steaming hot bowl of doo-doo, I admire your courage to say it. So that's why I had you brothers on.
We can agree and disagree.
Yeah, and let's just agree and disagree that you're wrong. Yeah. Okay, so look.
That's some bullshit there.
A whole lot of
all
bullshit.
Right.
I know if you keep voting Democratic, you're going to keep getting what you always got, which is fucking doo-doo. Nothing.
I'm telling you.
Hey.
Hold on, man. Life is good. Ain't nothing wrong with your life.
It's racist. You scared. You scared. You racist.
Smoking good cigars, drinking good drinks.
The word racist scared you. The word
racist your life now. Y'all living good, right? Hey, Aaron, ain't they living good?
You racist, man.
Yeah.
I'm racist.
Ain't they living good?
I'm racist. You gonna be afraid of me?
House,
hey,
on their laptop.
With that, we gonna come to the close of another man cave.
Don't forget that.
And
I'm the boogeyman.
out.
I'm the racist
Love-
boogeyman.
Love each other.
Cut this one.
And you know what? We ain't